Hey there guys, what's going on today? Another video here from, this was a gameplay video, so I'm going to take a little break from the review videos, the unboxing, the putty videos, and the voice videos. But don't worry guys, everybody that watches my channel for those reasons, stay tuned because I'll definitely have more of those in the near future. But anyway, I had quite a few friends over the past year, literally, on my friends list, or people that I play that are just cool. They're like, hey, everyone knows about you online, at least, and you always, you're a leaderboard guy, so you should make some gameplay vids and stuff. And not to sound selfish or anything, but I'm just not, just say, I don't mind, helping out the community and everything, or friends and whatnot. At the same time, though, since a lot of leaderboard guys tend to usually use the top tier guys to get where they are. See, that's me right there. But everyone that knows me pretty much knows that I don't like using top tier characters because I just feel it's too mainstream for my taste, and it's just too easy to win. I enjoy having fun as much as anyone else, but I enjoy the challenge of actually trying to win with the mid-tier or low-tier character, as opposed to, say, a Kung Lao or a Kabal or Johnny Cage, someone typical that is pretty much, almost anybody could win with, And it's not a knock for Kung Lao or Kabal players, but I'm just saying, some people, over time they've questioned me, like, oh, how, are you a modder? How did you get so high? Or you're on the leaderboard, blah, blah, blah. But no, none of that. Anyone that knows me knows I'm the real deal. I'm not a modder. Been on Xbox Live for like 10 years, so I think they would have banned me by now, if that were the case. And I hate modders and cheaters, obviously, so no, that's not the case. But the case is I'm a zoning player, and some people hate my style. So if you played me, I'm a fun player. Maybe annoying to some others, but hey, it's like I always say, If you use a mid-tier or low-tier character and your style is very annoying yet effective, I will respect that any day over someone just, running up wins with Kung Lao, Kabal, Cage, using frame traps, block string glitches, all that shit. That I think, and not for nothing, I know why people do it, because they want to win, but it also puts them at an advantage constantly where to some people it makes the game not fun, and I know that's another issue that's very debatable. I know people from testing my, a lot of the guys that go to every tournament, they've talked about that stuff, with the whole, certain, at times the community bitches about certain things, and, I agree with that to a degree. I mean, I don't think every little thing should be patched, but at the same time, I don't think people, people that are, let's just say, known for winning with, say, Kabal or Kung Lao or just the best characters in the game. At the same time, I don't think they should exactly be, let's just say, running their mouths, at other players, or, trying to tell people who they feel are top or not, especially if they've never played them. So, yeah. So, yeah, and that's, like I said, that's just a general statement and fact, as far as I'm concerned, experience, playing pretty much everybody at some point online and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, everybody I think has their own, especially a lot of tournament guys, or maybe not all of them, but a lot of them come from online, and I think that shows something from the online community. I'd love to go to tournaments and stuff. It's just my situation right now. I'm in a very dire situation. For those that know me personally, and I can't afford going to EVO or Devastation or all these other tournaments, If it's a backyard tournament or a local gig, yeah, I'll go. But unfortunately, in my area, in New York City, people either don't want to travel here, or they just don't have many gigs going on here, I don't live that far from, or what is the next level, but they don't have anything MK there anymore, they just have Injustice, Street Fighter, and that's not my thing, Injustice was fun for a while, but, I don't play competitively as much as I used to at first when it came out, but, if they ever have anything with MK, yeah, I'm definitely there, but anyway, yeah, let me stop talking about all that stuff, and I just wanted to establish, to a lot of people that question may have questioned me or accused me of modding over time. How do you get so high? How are you on the leaderboard? Blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I just want to confirm that I assure you guys, I got there 100% with mid-tiers and not modding, you know? So, yeah. And that being said, I use Ermac, Scorpion, Sektor. I like Nightwolf. Smoke I know is higher, but he's not, like, you know, nowhere near as annoying as Kabal or Kung Lao, as far as I'm concerned. Occasionally Raiden, you know, not much. I like Striker, even Shiva, Rain, and Noob, you know? So these are characters that are like, you know, when you're facing like higher tiers, they are not easy to win with. So this video, I'm going to show you some combos and some of my strategies with, you know, my friends and anyone else that's interested concerning Sektor. Now, I've had a few friends, you know, I just did this 5 minutes ago, I taped it, so I don't have a tripod or a cameraman, so that's why I'm using this method. So my apologies for that. But yeah, you know, specifically a friend, you know, Skullface, and pretty much everybody that wants to learn Sektor, you know, they've asked me, you know, to help them out at stuff at times, because I use him a lot online. Probably almost as much as Ermac, but mostly because a lot of times, you know, people, they see my respect points and or rank or whatnot, and they immediately run to Kung Lao, you know, and pretty much doesn't matter who the player is, you know, it could be someone from the Forever Clan, it could be from CA8, whatever, or just, you know, other leaderboard players, you know, other good competitive, you know, players. So, you know, I expected at this point, and I'm like, alright, you know, I'm gonna get Kung Lao, I'm gonna get Kabal, you know, so, yeah, you know, just gonna run with my best guy, I guess, or one of my better guys, which would be Scorpion, Ermac, or Sektor, or however you want to mix it up. So this video is pretty much, I'm just gonna, right now I'm giving you the basics on how to cancel his up and A, little doggy leg lift move that looks a little silly, that not a lot of people tend to elaborate on, as well as a mini combo video. So I'm going to show you some combos that I do here, but also to show you guys that his up and A is a great way to fool people, and not a lot of Sektor players utilize it. You know, I've seen some here and there, you know, a lot of them, you know, you could do, I like to rely on his reset, which is, you know, not bad, obviously, but again, you know, I'm the type of player where, you know, I prefer not to win with just, say, resets or frame traps or, you know, partial infants, anything that pretty much some people would say could, you know, you could exploit just for the sake of winning. I'm a player that I prefer to also utilize and take full advantage of a character's combo potential, as well as zoning capabilities. Now that may, that's another combo for you, that may concern only, say, people that prefer to zone, so you're not going to pick somebody like Johnny Cage and try to zone, you know what I mean, because he's a rushdown guy, obviously. So, but Sektor is a great zoning character, a great overall balanced character in my opinion, because he's a character that could actually hold his own up close. He could be aggressive, he's got good mix-ups, you know, with the leg starter and also the, you know, the XXY starter. So yeah, you know, I mean, you know, pretty much Sektor is a well-rounded character, and very, in my opinion, very, very underrated. That's his reset right there, setup, you know, that you could do. You know, after the a juggle combo, you hit back and Y, it'll put them, you know, where you have time to do the seeking missile, and then you could apply more pressure. This is another trick that I like to do that fools the hell out of people sometimes. You do the little leg lift cancel, and then immediately dash forward into a throw, or cancel into a missile, or a teleport or something. because a lot of times people get confused and they just tend to jump or move forward because they figure you're not doing anything or they don't know what you're doing, and then boom, you know, you hit them in the face with a missile, or you throw them and it totally gets them off guard. Now with someone as Kung Lao, obviously, where the guy's got every tool in the freaking in the game, more tools than, as I like to say, than a Swiss Army knife. You know, the spin, the dive kick, teleports, armor, or you know, pretty much all the bullshit you can think of. You got to be more careful, and you got to respect his spin. So you can't just, you know, like blitz him. You know, you gotta, if you can, punish a block spin, which depending on the lag and the connection could be difficult. But otherwise, you know, should be possible most of the time. It's not going to be like offline where it's guaranteed punishment, you know. So, now right here, I'm just showing you some more combos, you know. You know, pretty much, you know, what I like to do. You know, that's a strategy that I love to do, that I drive people nuts with sometimes. You know, doing the seeking missile and then rushing them down, jumping in, you know, with the XXY back X starter, or mix it up with the jump in, you know, X back A into B starter, which is his 50-50, because one is pretty much a high and a high low, you know. So you know, like I said, at this point I wanted to check something out because I figured out something real quick. But yeah, I was trying to figure out one of his combos, which I hardly, if ever, use. The one where he hits you 3 times and pushes you back. But yeah, at any rate, pretty much, yeah. You know, if you're in the corner against Sektor, it could be very annoying for them to get out, because I didn't do it much in this video, but another tactic is you may want to back up to like sweep distance, especially again against somebody like Kung Lao who's got the spin and can just, you know, back you off at any time if you get too aggressive. So do the flamethrower a lot, because not only does the range have very good distance on it, but it's safe on block, and the worst thing that could happen is really nothing at that point. You know, it's not like unless they teleport when you're doing it or something, because it's safe on block and it's great to zone people with. I do it all the time, back somebody off to keep them, you know, away from you. Besides the missiles, you know, the zoning. That's another combo I enjoy doing. Yeah, simple combo, 14 hits, 50%. I never seen any other Sektor player do that combo online. I notice, like I said, a lot of Sektor players, they tend to rely on the reset, which is fine, I guess, you know. But you know, again, anyone that's played me, while I can and have done that, I prefer to just do his crazier damaging combos, and also, if I can, you know, just outzone you, you know, keep you away. And some people, like I said, I know some people hate that style, but I could say the same thing about people relying on frame traps and stuff up close, you know. It's like, if I can keep you away from me, why should I have to fight you up close, you know? That's pretty much my philosophy. So, that's probably why I use Ermac and Sektor and Scorpion a lot, because they're characters that, except for Ermac, really, I mean, he could do okay up close, but, you know, Scorpion and Sektor could pretty much, I don't want to say do anything, but they could both zone you as well as rush you down a little bit, you know? So, and they both have good mix-ups, unlike Ermac, you know? His only low mix-up is, you know, up and B, which is slow as hell. And you can see coming from a mile away, and also his, you know, forward B, back Y, or forward B, Y, excuse me. Yeah, so, but yeah. See what I mean? Look at that distance. Now, I was like at least like outside of, you know, almost mid-screen's the length away from him. You know, that I love that flamethrower. That flamethrower was, like, in my opinion, one of his best moves. So yeah, you know, this vid's pretty lengthy. I'm gonna cut it at 20 if I'm still playing here, but I know I was only playing for like 5 minutes, so pretty much it's another tactic I like to do. You know, cancel it into a throw. Or you could cancel into jabs, you know, because it's very fast, you know. So, yeah. You know, and I'm gonna conclude this video. At this point, I was just fooling around, just trying to do combos with, you know, with the meter, which you can't do in the game because your meter is limited. So, but the other combos you saw me do, I assure you, they are all possible. And I'll probably put a link in the, not a link, I will be specific in the description of what they are. You know, this way you guys know, you know, what exactly the combo is and how to do it, you know. So check out the description and I will show you guys how to do the combos. Hope you enjoyed this video.